Pudwill's definitely in this fight. I mean, he's fighting, doing as best as he could. He's landed some good shots, and he's taking his punches well. That's what I was looking forward to see, how well he takes Andre Ward punches.
Clash of heads, which Pudwill kind of points out to Pat Russell. Are you guys surprised that Andre Ward has been so committed to the body work? This is much body work early in a fight that I've seen from a fighter in a long time.
I think it's an excellent idea. Yeah. He's fighting a guy who likes to move, but you know what? He's connecting upstairs, he's connecting downstairs. He's really landing anything he wants to land.
Oh, he's definitely unloading his whole arsenal, and you can tell that he's trying to do everything that he's worked on in the gym.
These two fighters both had extensive amateur careers. Of course, Ward getting to the Olympics and winning. Pudwill with over 130 amateur fights as well, made it to the national finals a couple of times. Again, the hook, double hook from Andre Ward. So he's getting punches in, as Steve pointed out, both downstairs and upstairs. We mentioned Pudwill fighting at the highest weight he's ever fought at against probably the best fighter, and yet, while he's losing these rounds, he's hanging in there.
He is. You know, against Duddy, I mean, this is an improvement. Against Duddy, he was down 3 times in the first round. Here he's fighting a much bigger guy, and he's still here.
And throwing punches, he did land a counter right early this round. He just hasn't been accurate with his punches. Good 4-punch combination by Andre Ward. And for the first moment, I think, in his fight, Pudwill blinked and thought, ooh, that was a lot.
I'm wondering if this fight lasts some rounds, will Andre start to get frustrated because he can't get him out? I mean, this is supposed to be a showcase fight. This fight is not supposed to go 5, 6, 7 rounds.
And he's fighting this like he wants to get him out.
Yes.
Correct? I
yes.
mean, he's going for it.
Definitely. I think the ideal amount of work for Andre would be 3 to 4 rounds. Anything past that against a fighter who's not landing punches against him would be counterproductive.
Other than that lead right that Pudwill landed early in this round, not too much getting in for him. But he has gotten through 2 rounds against Ward. Another big right hand by Ward at the end of the round, and a left hook by Pudwill.
Time, no punching. Just put it there. Push it. Okay, Shelby. Right, Shelby. Right, listen, okay?
Yeah.
You're catching it too much, okay? You gotta, I don't. Okay, listen, you're making him throw more punches than
Action from round 2. Pudwill really has only had one moment in this fight, and that's it. Landing a right and a left, giving Ward pause for a moment, and then Ward in combination. The body punching is definitely going to help him there. When he does punch upstairs, the elbows will come down, and a big right hand toward the end of the round. Ward, for the most part, though, staying right-handed.
do it.
Rich Calvera, the trainer, and Tucker Pudwill, his brother, who had a long pro career, also in the corner there with Shelby Pudwill, the 34-year-old from North Dakota, born in South Dakota, who now comes out here for round number 3 against Andre Ward in the blue trunks. Future Super 6 World Boxing Classic participant who is trying to get into that tournament with a lot of momentum with a victory here tonight. This fight has been fought at a very nice pace.
Very nice, and that pace is being set by Ward. And, you know, he showed a different side of himself against Miranda when he fought aggressively and bullied Miranda. That's the Ward we're seeing right now.
Again, the hook gets in, and of course we saw Mikkel Kessler earlier this evening. We saw a left-hander against him. That left hook may have stunned Pudwill. So fans have a chance to view both these fighters that they'll see on November 21st and make some notes. Pudwill landing a couple of shots, but mostly to the gloves of Ward in that sequence. Ward has fought 5 times in the last 2 years, which equals the total number of fights of the other 3 fighters on the card tonight. There goes Pudwill, knocked down from a hook and maybe a body shot. It was hard to tell.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, he's cut.
Hey, come here.
He's cut over the left eye.
Mike.
There is, I believe it might be right under the eye.
Yes.
On the cheekbone of the left eye,
Caused
there is
by
a
a
cut
punch,
for
Doc. Take a look. Okay, let him go. All right.
I think I heard Pat Russell say caused by a clash of heads.
No, he said a punch.
Oh, punch,
Yeah,
okay.
Punch.
But to Pudwill's credit, he may not last very much longer in this fight, but he did want to continue.
I thought he said butt. I guess it was punch. So Ward going after him and thinking this will be the moment when he will get Shelby Pudwill out of there. Pudwill punching back. Can he get through?
He's hurt. His legs just buckled.
Over a minute left to go here in round number 3 for Pudwill to try and get through.
And now is not the time for Ward to forget the body. And there it is.
Boy, you were right, Steve. That left hook to the body made a difference. And if Shelby Pudwill does get through this round somehow, unlikely he'll continue. The end may be near. It probably should be.
The referee's taking a real close look at him. It's over.
Pat Russell, who is an outstanding referee, found the right moment and stopped this fight. And so Andre Ward gets a TKO victory over Shelby Pudwill and shows some very good skills as we thought in doing it.
It was a showcase. You know, that's the word. Pudwill never threatened to win the fight. He was tough, though, and that helped, because a fighter who wasn't as tough could have fallen in the first round, and that wouldn't have served Ward that well.
Yeah, he definitely put up some resistance, and he did the best he could. But Andre Ward definitely put on a showcase tonight, and like you said, he's kept his momentum into the Super 6.
He remains undefeated, Andre Ward, this 25-year-old. Notches his 20th victory as a professional, and as we said, gets a win that builds some momentum. And his promoter, Danny Goosen, happy about what his young charge did here this evening. And Steve, you made a good point about the toughness of Pudwill. And obviously, a big part of him being here as an opponent is that he wasn't a monstrous puncher, was up high at a weight that he hadn't normally been at. But the fact that he engaged Ward, like Perdomo did Kessler, did help the project.
Oh, no doubt. I think, you know, it looks like Andre Ward emerged unscathed. That's the exact same word I used for in the case of Kessler. And really, that's the big point here. I mean, the wins were givens. And we're going to take a look here. Action from round 3. Ward started it with a big left hook. He used that weapon again and again. His hand speed was really too much. And Andre Ward's always been diverse in his attack. We saw that tonight, too. Now, here's the knockdown. That left hand is really what did it. Follow-up was just dressing, but it was a left hook.
And he did that from the southpaw stance. His switches, when normally they tell you don't switch in the middle of the ring, you can get caught. But if you watch him here, when he takes that step to the right, he switches on a dime. And he's in a southpaw stance, and he hit him with a nice clean left hook that opened that cut up over his eye.
And what you'll see here is Ward starting to look to the referee, Pat Russell. And he's just pot-shotting him now. Not only is Pudwill, you see Ward waving to the referee, and Pat Russell basically stopped this fight when Andre Ward asked him to.
Yeah, there was, and clearly at this juncture, Shelby Pudwill was not defending himself very well, and he didn't want to quit, so he wasn't going to. But Pat Russell, realizing that this young man was not going to present too much more of a problem for Andre Ward. So we're ready to get the official announcement. Let's do that right now from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 16 seconds in round number 3. Our referee in charge, Pat Russell, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of knockout and still undefeated, Andre S.O.G. Ward.
So Andre Ward gets his 20th win as a professional, does it in style with his TKO win over Shelby Pudwill, and used a variety